The man who was definitely thrilled there was a Psyduck costume.
Francesco is on.
Let me just shut my bedroom door. 2 secs. Oh, I've got no top.
No, he'll kill the Wi-Fi.
Remember what I said? We've got modems. We've got modems.
Modem. Oh my god, it's been quite the upgrade since he was last here.
The Coops household has upgraded to 56k dial-up.
No, because that's what AOL has shut theirs down.
Oh, they have, yeah.
No, it's so annoying because it's like when I planned this, I was already coming here just to stay with my parents for a few days just to see him because obviously I don't see him that much.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I messaged and you were like, yeah, let's do it, I was like, oh my god, the Wi-Fi. I was like, oh no.
You can't write this.
Yeah,
you cannot write this stuff.
The Wi-Fi at the flat is actually okay, and we've upgraded it recently. So yeah, well, if I do it again, I'll make sure.
To be fair, your audio, at least we can see you in full HD.
Yeah, well, never. That would never happen.
Welcome in, Charlie Todd.
And we've got Kerry Young in there. Yes,
Kerry, welcome, Kerry.
Good to see you all.
Coops, you are getting a bit of a reaction, mate. They're all saying, "Oh, hello, Coops."
Oh, hello. Sorry,
Oh, hello.
I would load the chat, but I will crash my my whole laptop, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it's all
load the chat on your
balance.
phone. Load the chat on your mobile.
No, Signal. Wi-Fi bandwidth. It's all about load.
Listen, I kind of agree with Milo. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm still on 98, 99%, so I'm not going to touch anything.
It's always the upload bits and pieces that really throws any connection. It even happens here on my super fast Virgin Media. Sometimes the upload. It's usually
Milo's
Riverside's
super fast
fault.
Virgin Media that's always the last one to upload.
It's actually powered by the hamster around the corner. He has to
Richard
run around
Hammond's
on its
there,
Richard
Hammond in the backyard.
It has to run on its wheel extremely fast, and then maybe I'll get 500 megabits per second.
It is. Just check your lobby, Milo, because I clicked admit. It's still giving me. Oh no, there
you go. It's slowly letting me.
That's dial up for you guys.
Right, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yay! I can hear you. Yes, we're back.
Right, quickly before your Wi-Fi goes, let's start the show.
Hang on. Let's get going, listeners.
Great.
Hope you enjoyed the cold open.
That was it.
Coming up this week, the Max Finale review, Go Broke or Go Home. The new season, Tales of Transformation, and a Psyduck that can't swim. Ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, get your incenses down now.
Slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
And we hope that episode 238 can bring you some shiny luck in your ears today and perforating your ear holes. Of course, it is the regular Ian Vassar, the staple of this podcast. Myself, Pogo Milo, miss a handful of weeks, occasionally UK, and Masterful27, who has swapped to ginger hair for tonight because we've got Coopsy back.
Hey, welcome back in, bro.
Thank you so much. And from what it sounds like,
and of course, Casual Coops has dialed in from 1955.
Do you know what? It was so funny when obviously we agreed for me to come on tonight. I was like, just so you know, I've sold my headphones, I've sold my microphone, I've still got bad Wi-Fi.
Oh, we're like, yeah, come on anyway.
It was brilliant though, because literally we saw the message pop up on the old chat, and it's like, guys, I don't want to, whatever, but can I come on the show next Tuesday? And this was literally Sunday night, and we're like, this works perfectly because Mark's away. Yes.
Do you know what, Milo? I knew that you were going to be slagging off this weekend. And 2 reasons. One, I couldn't miss that for anything. And number 2, I wanted to join in moaning with you.
Yes. Oh, yes. Because, oh my goodness me, we've got a lot of awesome new stuff to talk about, but we have got one catastrophic mound of dog dirt to discuss at length coming up. So, obviously, you should have dropped your incenses at this point, but if you do get anything while listening to this podcast, let us know across our socials at Incensed Podcast. We've got X, Instagram, and ditch the other 2 because no one cares. But contact@incensedpodcast.com is an email you can utilize even if you are in 1955. Plus
well,
44759
no internet back in
269 5696. Well, I'm sure they used an @Gmail for carrier pigeons, maybe. Send it to the contact pigeon. There you go. But yeah, there is a WhatsApp number that you can send us a voice message on, and we do have one coming up later, which is fabulous. And of course, there's a direct message service, which no one cares about either at the moment, but that's actually fine.
I went on that. There's so many that we've actually not replied to.
Oh, they're not?
We thought no
dear.
one was using it. So maybe next week, because tonight is pretty stacked.
Let me redo that. So, there is a direct message service that everyone cares about except us, but every post that you are going to send in our way will need hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Get ready for this, Coops. Don't gush too much.
Clarify the spelling.
Listen, I was trying to gush, but I can't hear him.
To be fair, after Go Fest Paris, you're done with Dax, aren't you? Because he wouldn't give you his channel.
Yeah, not even that. My Wi-Fi's lagging so bad that you could play it 12 times and I still wouldn't hear it. But I'm pretty sure I know from your comments who that is.
Oh my goodness me. Anyway, the hashtag you need isn't POKEDAXI. You need hashtag SHN... What? SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. That's the correct one you actually need.
Milo, it's nice to know you're still messing this up after all these.
To be fair, he had a 2-year streak where he really didn't. Now
I've
back.
messed it up specially for you.
Of course.
You bring out the worst in me.
Ever.
Oh, goodness me. I think it's going to be a tremendous show tonight, and we hope you enjoy this one, folks. Hey, you can drop us a review. However, our compadre, our amigo, who is somewhere in Europe, has sent us a message, boys.
Hello, boys. I believe it's four of us. We're all here. All of us reunited for the show today / tonight / whenever you're listening to it. But I'm obviously not there. But Coops, good to have you on the show. I am recording
He's not here.
this sat in Slovenia, believe it or not, in a place called Koper.
Ooh, nice.
Koper, not Copacabana, Koper. And I'm actually sat opposite the Koper National Football Stadium. I've read all the history on this football stadium, trying to sneak it in there.
Does that tickle your fancy, Coops?
Ian and Milo edit this out, but no, go to the side. I didn't want to miss this opportunity.
The thing is, he doesn't realise we can still edit it out afterwards.
The show, some good tasty stuff as a moped drives past me. Actually wearing a helmet, I am impressed. First one I've seen on this trip. But no, Croatia was amazing. We've done Dubrovnik, which was fantastic. We're going to Split tomorrow, and then back to Corfu, and it'll be over before we even know it. But no, really pleased to be speaking to you guys. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on the GMAX/DMAX/Max event, which was anything probably but Max. But let me hold my thoughts for now, and we'll let you guys crack on with the show.
I'm loving the wind in the background, by the way.
It's a true tale of the WhatsApp number and message. Everything has those atmospheric things included. But
And speaking of WhatsApp messages, Whitfield, we've got a couple later in the show.
oh yes,
Ooh.
can't wait for the slacking off.
Oh, they are both about what we think they're about.
Bring it on. But before we dive into that steaming pile of sewage, we'll jump into some good old-fashioned...
It's the news.
Oh, do miss old trainer tips, me.
Are you not in 1955 anymore? What's going on?
No, I'm back on planet Earth, apparently.
You actually sound like a human being now, not like a 50-year-old
Why score
phone.
12-12, please?
Oh.
Coops, just go, ahoy.
You know what? I will do that for you. Ahoy.
Ahoy, Vassar.
Ahoy, Whitfield.
Hold on, I'm not doing that voice. Where did that come from?
Anyway, let's talk news. And there's quite a bit to go through tonight. So, Pokémon Concierge Celebration event. Well, this kicks off on the 9th of September at 10 a.m. your local time. It'll run through to Sunday, September the 14th at 8 p.m. local time. Boys, we're actually getting a Pokemon debut for this event.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Never. What?
Well, kind of. Psyduck's coming back, only this time he's got a swim ring.
It's a water type that can't swim.
Dwayne is going to love it. But if you're lucky, you might actually get a frozen Psyduck. The shiny is also going to be available for this swim ring Psyduck.
He's been swimming in the frozen fjords of Norway or something. I'm not going to lie. We know I love a costume Pokemon. This thing is an absolute banger. It looks
It's
good.
A great looking Pokemon. So it's jokes.
Does it?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, honestly. It's so stupid.
Look, you know what? I'm going to be so negative about the Max final later on, so I better be positive about this. Yes, I agree. It's hype. Woo! Love costume stuff. Woo!
Love the costumes.
I mean, what can we say other than Psyduck with a swim ring? 2 times candy for catching Pokemon.
There's nothing else, Ian. Sorry, there's nothing.
Yeah, actually, there is. There's going to be an increased chance to encounter shiny Psyduck with the swim ring.
1%.
Yeah, they don't say how much the increased chance is, but it's going to be there.
0.1%. The only other thing I saw, of course, a modern day Pokemon Go event, if you wish to spend a $5, that 0.1% might become 0.2% potentially, but you will get some encounters for your bucks and
Sell
the
it, Milo.
event
Sell
avatar
it.
pose, which I think is related to the actual Pokemon Concierge animation.
Yeah, there's going to be event-specific raids, but you know what? They're that bad, I'm actually not going to talk about them.
You ain't got a swim ring. Can we get Magikarp and a swim ring, please?
Magikarp in a swing. Now that would be actually worth
That'd be a
raiding.
good costume.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm looking forward to that one, honestly. New costume, and it's actually available in the wild, and you have to damn well pay for it. That's fantastic.
Have you seen the avatar pose? It just looks like somebody's stretching a little bit. It's like,
Yeah, just twist the lower back.
It looks like hula hooping without the hula hoop.
Anyway,
moving on. It's a new month. Tomorrow is the 1st of September. Well, if you're listening to this show on Sunday.
on release.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and when it comes to content for the month, boys, rejoice. If you loved that Max finale, don't you worry. We're back to Kanto. Dynamax Abra's coming to the game.
Oh, new
Things to
D-Max.
stay clear of.
Hold on to your hat, mate, because that is not all. If you didn't fancy doing 1 mega, you haven't even got to do 5 or 10. You can potentially do 15 mega raids.
In 1
Oh
month.
my God.
Jesus.
In 1 month. Now, we are ranging all the way from the...
Overcompensating much.
Yeah, we are now ranging all the way from Mega Lucario all the way down to Mega Pidgeot. Now, it is totally up to you, but you have a choice of 15 megas. And I know one man that will be thrilled with the megas. It's the Mega Connoisseur, Masterful 27 himself.
Good to see our favourite, Mega Charizard.
Why?
Why? Yeah. But I will just say, though, touching on the raids, we are obviously going to have Palkia and Dialga. And now this is the normal forms. These are the altered forms. From September 2nd to the 16th for 2 weeks, you're going to have Palkia. And then from September the 23rd to October the 7th. So, yeah, going over to the first week of October, you're going to have Dialga as well. I still need my Hundo Dialga actually altered form, so I might be doing a few cheeky raids.
You know, it's almost like they've brought these back because they didn't cock it up enough last time.
Is there a chance to get your origin forms again, Ian?
Yeah, to be fair, I actually will be not looking forward to the Origins coming back again. And I'm scrolling through. Is there anything that I can actually pull out of this month that makes me really say yes? And well, there is.
What is it?
Trubbish is going to get a spotlight out.
Yes. It's a double dust one, to be fair.
To be fair, it's the best bonus of the Spotlight Hours. Marky will be happy that Aaron is in Spotlight Hour.
Oh, my God. Oh, don't worry. Hang on. You may get awarded Aggron Mega Energy when catching the Aron during the Spotlight Hour.
And the same for
Go,
Pidgey as
people.
well. You're not obviously going to get Aron Energy, but Pidgey, get Pidgey ones for
Pidgeot Energy.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to the most?
Go on,
Go on.
say.
We've got
Not
an
playing?
event from no. Listen, we've got the event towards the back end of the month from September 23rd to September 27th, and the event's called Completely Normal. So I don't know why, but I quite like the sound of that. So I'm looking forward to. I'm assuming it's normal type Pokemon everywhere, but
Probably.
But yeah, having an event called Completely Normal, I quite like that.
Yeah, well, speaking of events that we're looking forward to,
You're not, Ian. Don't lie.
Kanto Celebration.
Kanto Celebration, yes, Whitfield.
Oh, it will
Why?
be happening
Have we not
imminently.
seen enough of Kanto in the last 10 years? Coops will be happy, though. He'll be able to get his Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur candies. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what do we think? I mean, looking at September, I'll be honest, it's rough. You know, it's rough. Let's just say it how it is.
Well, it is, but there is actually a little glimmer of hope in that we've got, next weekend, September the 7th, Mega Sharpedo Raid Day.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. We do, Ian, you're right. So in a week's time, obviously depending on when you're listening, we do have Mega Sharpedo. This is going to be in the afternoon from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. And I would love to bore you all and speak to you all about the ticketed events and the bonuses, but it's exactly the same as any other raid day.
It is,
Look,
especially
we've
the
had
days that you were here regularly. Yeah.
Yes, way back in the day. So I'm not going to rattle on about that, but enjoy getting your Mega Sharpedos. How fantastic!
Can be shiny.
Well, if that doesn't do it for you, the following week, September the 14th, you've got Flabébé Community Day.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I've just realised it's not 15 megas, it's now 16 megas. I've just realised.
Oh, no, it's one better than that, because on September the 28th, which actually overlaps with the City Safaris, there's another Mega Raid Day. So it's actually, now, 17? So that's either going to be, Camerupt or Metagross. One of the two.
17? That is absolutely outrageous from Scope.
That is definitely not
It's
completely
crazy. It's the month of the Megas. But you know what? Actually, if you want a fan favourite event that comes back every single year, the Psychic Spectacular is coming back, but as a
great.
taken over event.
Oh, great. I can't wait for that. Bring me Abra and Inkay.
Okay.
Okay.
bring me Abra and Inkay, okay?
Okay. I'm hoping there's some new stuff in that one, but there is a Shadow Raid weekend lurking in the middle of the month, and that I would be very surprised if it isn't Shadow Groudon with its shiny potential release.
I think it
That
will
is
be, because if you look at the season drop poster, the Shadow Groudon is on there.
Oh, yes. Unless they turn it around and suddenly go, surprise, it's Shadow Uxie.
Yeah, and the final event of September, actually it starts on the 30th of September, it runs through to October the 7th. That's called Steel Skyline. They've got some pretty decent names for these events, actually, this month, but Mega Metagross, maybe?
Well, I mean, it's just after the Mega Raid Day, so potentially.
Yeah.
But
number 18, why not? Throw it in there.
Add it in, come on. But we'll talk about it a lot later in the show, but there is a new Dynamax Pokemon that happens to be a Steel type.
Okay, maybe that's because I haven't read that news article yet.
Maybe, but don't worry.
We're
in a few
definitely not
minutes,
recording this after we record.
in a few minutes, you will have. But do you know what we are going to do? Is segue into the next section that we recorded 2 hours ago in our time. It's time for a fantastic game, and it's Coops' favourite.
Chasing the tail, chasing the tail, tail to chase, it's chasing the tail.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How thrilled are you to be playing this game again?
You see, we might have put our voices over some of the jingles, but we did save all of yours. You know, you're back. We need to actually bring back the positive energy of your original jingle voice.
Listen, I've got to say, still one of my favourite jingles to this day, actually. I do like this one.
We did our best to emulate your awesomeness.
Yeah, no. Don't be
Emulate
silly.
your awesomeness. Did you really say that?
Yes.
I didn't want to take the mick out of him. I thought, first of all, who says emulate, whatever that word means?
Well,
Copy.
you never know.
It's
It might
copy.
come up handy in this game with some fancy words and whatever. But Chasing the Tail, regular listeners know exactly what this is. But if you're tuning into this podcast for the first time, it is a word association game to do with the names of Pokemon. The person who starts the round will start with the name of a Pokemon, and the person who follows then must say a Pokemon where the first letter matches the preceding Pokemon. So I'm not going to give any demonstrations, but I will say that there are a few rules of this. You can't pause for too long. It's a handful of seconds maximum. And you cannot repeat the name of a Pokemon if it has been used during the course of the game, no matter the rounds. And also, there's no fusions going on. Ian, no fusions, please.
What's wrong with Nidobat? I love it.
We're not having any fusions. Thank you very much.
Before we start, can we just make a deal?
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to let me win. Okay, don't be nice. Let's play fair.
You're not going to win. Don't worry.
I don't think that's going to be too difficult.
This guy, all right, bring it on.
But what I am going to say is the order of this game is going to start with Coopsy.
Oh,
then it's
perfect.
Ian, and then it's me, and back to Coopsy.
Okay.
Because if it wasn't him, I don't know what we'd be doing, Ian.
No.
Some terrible flex game. Who burnt the most amount of max points? Unbelievable. Anyway.
You.
You know the... yeah, it really is. But anyway, Coopsy, you get to kick things off with any Pokemon of
What's
your
the order
choice.
again? Sorry.
Coops,
Ian. Don't tell him.
And
Don't
me.
tell him. I just started it, and then it was just a long pause. It was like, you're out, Ian. You're out.
I did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it. Right, we ready? Okay, Ian, your Pokemon is going to be Eternatus.
Swaddle, favourite mark.
Excadrill.
Lucario.
Omanyte.
Excavalier.
Riolu. Ian, you're out. Oh.
He's on the buttons tonight. What did he
I
say,
am
Ian?
literally on the button.
You're both out.
Urshifu. Oh, okay. Umbreon.
Not this again, Nidoqueen.
That's close. That's close.
Why did I want to say the other one? I can't say it. Nidoran.
I can't believe I've not been on the podcast
I'd
for a
say
year and a half,
Noivern.
and we're still using Nidoran and Umbreon.
It's never changed. Noivern, come on.
Nidorino.
Oricorio.
Oh, for God's sake. Omastar.
Rhyhorn.
Ninjask.
You can't say Nidoran.
Nice. Kecleon.
Oh, God. Noivern. No,
Repeated, I'm afraid.
Wait. That was a practice round. You
Oh,
threw me
was
off.
it really?
You threw me off with still saying Umbreon and Nidoran all these years on. I can't
Pokemon still exist.
There's like a default selection of Pokemon that we all
really
revert
is.
to.
Sorry, that threw me off guard. I really thought this game would have got somewhere.
And you still lost.
Oh yeah, fine, okay. Right, I lost. I still go again. Though,
You still
don't I?
start.
Hang
Yes.
on, because now, Coops, we are in something that we call
Yes.
a Mexican standoff. Even though a Mexican standoff has 3 people, but
Oh, okay. Let me know when you're both ready. We both ready?
ready.
Let's go.
Okay, Ian, your Pokemon is Sharpedo.
Nice one.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's no again. Damn you.
Say it. Say it. He's out. Come on. He's out.
He's definitely out. He's definitely out.
Nidoran.
Damn O.
I was thinking of Coops' favourite, Oshawott.
Oshawott.
Oh, God.
Oshawott. We should have gone Oshawott.
Yay.
Oh, by default, Whitfield's the winner. Okay, moving on.
Moving swiftly on. It's good to see that things are consistent despite his leave of absence, you know.
Yeah.
It's first, and then Ian fumbles. Anyway,
I just want this title to just be
How did I
Nidoran.
fumble? We've used literally every Pokemon with the letter O, except for maybe one.
the one that we didn't mention Nidobat in.
Yeah, I actually almost said Nidobat again because it's kind of in my subconscious now.
The chat with the gold and silver patrons is all like Nidobat. Nidobat fan club.
Seriously.
Anyway.
Pokemon Company, I'll give you that one if you don't use it in Gen 11, because Gen 10's probably nailed down now. I'm going to be very disappointed. Not angry, just disappointed. Well, speaking of angry, Whitfield, we've got something to discuss, haven't we?
And disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yes. This is very much the meat between the two vegetables of news that we're going on here.
Which two of the vegetables?
I won't say more. But obviously, we need to discuss at length the Go Fest Max finale that was last weekend. And yeah, this is very much going to be a warts and all. This is probably the reason that Coops jumped on, just to kind of give some point of view. Let's just say it's been a messy reception online and locally within communities and between creators. It's absolutely wild. So I know that Ian gave it a bash. I certainly gave it a bash, but I would actually like to know, Coopsy, what did you do over the weekend in terms of this event? Like, did you jump into it, or were you just hyped the fact that there was something so terrible that you could jump in and talk about it?
I'm allowed to moan about them.
You can moan about it. Just don't swear. You can moan.
Yeah, no, you know what? Obviously, I was quite busy over the weekend with working and stuff, so I didn't actually get to play like in the community. But obviously, as you know, I do like a remote raid. So I was doing a lot of remote raids, and obviously, like
Unlimited.
when I was traveling from XYZ and all over the place, I was obviously like catching all the spawns and stuff, and yeah, I mean, I thought, look, obviously I've not been on the podcast for a very, 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 very long time, but my thoughts, I think probably when I just sort of come away from the podcast, I think the Dynamax stuff had just started to come out. If that
it was sort of in the next couple of months.
Yeah. I kind of, I've never really sort of understood the whole point of Dynamax and Gigantamax, but this weekend I thought was weird to say the least. I thought it was just super strange, and I didn't really sort of get, like I said, I don't really get what the point of the system is anyway, but this weekend kind of solidified the fact to me. I was like, what really is the point of this?
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, it was a bit pointless, yeah. And how was your 2-star Eternatus?
Yeah, mine was really bad. Mine was, we'll do IVs in a second, but mine was super bad. And even that was sort of weird alone as it is. After about 3 or 4 remote raids with was it 800 particles? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
So after I jumped in 3 or 4, I had to message 1 or 2 group chats I was in and be like, guys, is it like, have I not got the deluxe ticket? Why are they all like running? Like no one's giving me an encounter. and everyone was replying and being like, no, that is that's what
how
happens.
It is.
And I was like,
it's so
and I probably sort of did about 10, and I thought, what's the point? And then when I realised it was nearly 10,000 XL candy, I thought, no, I'm super done. I'm super done with this.
Yeah.
I don't know where they've got that figure from. That is mental. How can you?
I don't know what multiplication they've done to create that, because it's usually 296. So the scale up is
8,900 candy and 8,900 XL.
Actually, I'm just going to quickly do this. So 8,900 divided by 296 is 30 times.
Yeah, I don't
more.
I don't really get, and because. Yeah, listen, like I've said, I'll let you guys take over from me, but like I said, I don't, how they got from 296 to timesing it by 30, and they've all sat in a room and been like, yeah, that's a really good figure. I wonder
how much tequila was involved.
Yeah, so anyway, like I've said, we can deep dive more into it, but yeah, essentially, I didn't really understand what the point of it was. The Eternatus thing really threw me off, and I'm using remote raids and all these particles and paying for all this stuff for 20.
Basically nothing.
I didn't really get what. Listen, I was confused. That's all I'll say, and I'll let you guys take over.
Ian and I probably had a similar vein of experience. We chatted a little bit just before hitting record, and my enthusiasm was quite good to start with, because I'm like, new event, let's give it a go. And very quickly during the course of the day, I just got to the point. I haven't felt like that in a Pokemon Go event for years, where I just thought, this is a point to no end. Like, it is stupid.
Well, yeah, because they're calling it the Go Fest finale.
That's an offence to Go Fest,
and that
I'm going to be
is
honest.
Literally, that is taking the Go Fest name and flushing it down the toilet. Let's be honest, because
it's the Go Fest funeral.
It's enough to. Milo may verify this in terms of the sort of Ealing community, but up here in G-Town, I went out on the Saturday. I didn't see a single person playing this event.
Wow, really? Bloody hell.
There wasn't a single person from this local community that actually could drag their carcass out and actually play this event. It was that bad. So I'm walking around on my own, and after 3 hours, I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. It is a sort of moment of self-reflection. You think, what am I doing with my life?
Funny, bro. God,
what am I doing with my Saturday?
It was, because, and let me break this down for you all. I'm walking around like an idiot. I can't do any Eternatus Max battles. There's nobody to raid with.
So what are you doing?
So what the hell am I doing? Am I literally just going out to catch the starters and Wooloo? Like, seriously?
Yeah. How are the wild spawns, Ian? I have no idea.
I got the shiny Chansey.
Am I laughing? I can't deal with this. I
got one too, you.
I got this. Did you? Well, that was my
from the
first
wild.
shiny.
Oh, God,
So-
I'm crying.
Going back to my point, there's nobody out. I can't do any of these max battles. So I find myself walking around like an idiot, looking at my phone in the beautiful countryside, lovely weather, don't get me wrong. But then
Yeah.
I'm jumping into remote battles and I'm paying 800 coins and a remote pass. I'm just dying here, seriously. What the hell?
That's probably what the rest of your crew did, as they just thought I could do that, but sit at home
They
on the
genuinely
sofa.
did. I got a message from Bat, one of my locals who I generally play with most events, and he says, "Yeah, scratch that. I'm not coming out today. I've done enough max battles this morning
Yeah.
to get my turns encounter. I'm done. Yeah,
That's it. That's really it.
I'm thinking, well, okay, fair play to the guy because life's too short, and this was. We jokingly named the new season the season of pulling teeth just a couple of weeks ago. And I really wish they actually named that this because this event, and I hate being the negative one of this podcast, but this event was just so off the mark. I don't know what was going on in that room where they were planning events. It was just so wrong.
Money. What's the meme with SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs? Money.
Do you know what it is? I think like, and again, I'm not trying to be positive. I promise you guys, I'm not trying to be
You
positive.
can be if you want. It's fine.
No,
Jeez.
but I feel like, you know, like when it comes to like different IVs of Pokemon, then they introduced like GBL. It kind of made sense, right? Because you had something
What's
to
that?
grind for, and
Got
but you
baguettes,
had
lads.
something, but you had something to grind for. And like when you got the second move, everyone was like, "Oh, what's this for?" And then when you bring in GBL,
Yeah,
like it kind of like started off as different IVs with with low attack, high defense, high. Then you got the second move, and then you created GBL. So it was kind of like it kind of was like a story
Progression.
that made sense into something that they now do big tournaments and they travel around the world hosting these amazing events. Whereas I feel like Dynamax and Gigantamax, like we've already got raids, right? We've already got remote raids, which has been in for years. I don't really get what the point of. I feel like Gigantamax needs like an end sort of product because I don't really get them. I've never really got them, and I don't
See,
get
the
them.
thing
and I
is,
feel like,
they're okay for newer players, but because we've been playing the game for 10 years and we've got decks that's full of all of these mons, newer players can obtain these Pokemon and use them in any situation, whereas we're getting them again.
We're doing a rinse and repeat bit of deja vu. Like when it came out, what was it, last year in September, I think it was. In fact, it's almost a year ago entirely. It was almost like the perfect marketed reset for the game because they're obviously worried about getting new players and keeping them entertained. But obviously the OG players who've played for years, giving them people a lot of new stuff to go for. So you end up rinsing. And that's exactly what I found myself going through. It's like, I'm doing all of this to catch a 2-star dead Charizard that I have 600 of. What am I doing?
Yeah, but
honestly.
but I think that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, obviously they've tried this new feature and I just don't think it's landed as well as what I feel like they thought it was. And that's exactly right. You know, we're not looking at exciting mons, in my opinion. We're looking at Chanseys, Machamps, Blastoise, you know, Charizard. We're looking at quite basic stuff that have been in the game, and for me,
absolutely.
all these Dynamax, Gigantamax, all it is it takes 8 times as long than normal raid, and I need 8 times the amount of people. I don't really understand what the point is, but like I've said, you know, hopefully this is a feature that then can become a really big feature, and they can do stuff with it. But at the moment, it's been out for a long time now, this GD Max stuff. Still not really sure what the point of it all is, but that's just my opinion.
Well, the problem is the system plays to itself because you need to get Pokemon in order to play in the system, and in order to get better in the system, you need to keep battling and getting better Pokemon within the system. It's a genius way of getting you in an endless cycle of chasing perfection.
And no pass, and no raid pass as well, which is cool.
No raid pass, but you do have to wander around and go and get endless max particles from different power spots, which seems completely laborious if you just want to tackle a Chansey that's 400. You think, I've got to visit 4 locations.
Ian did loads of that last Saturday, didn't he?
Absolutely, Ian.
You know what?
At least that was shiny boosted.
I've actually got to take my hat off to Whitfield. It's not often I do this. For him to actually go out for 8 hours on Saturday and 8 hours on Sunday and deal with this, I was done after 3 hours. I'm not going to lie. I was
I was as well.
done after 3 hours.
So I think I got to about 2, maybe 3 o'clock. And I'm not going to say, like, it was a very different scenario because we had 3 different London communities come and meet up in Gunnersbury. So it was a really huge turnout. But I cannot emphasize how quickly either people dropped off, split away, or, this was my favorite bit, which is where I found myself ending up doing, was sitting down on a picnic blanket in the shade eating chocolate and not actually participating in the event at all.
What chocolate was it?
It was really, really, it was called, what was it called? It was like the Big Daddy.
Oh, Big Daddy.
The Big Daddy. It was a...
was it a Gigantamax Daddy?
It was a very much a Gigantamax chocolate pistachio
this wasn't
bar
one
from
of
Marks
those
and Spencer's.
TikTok chocolate bars, was it?
No, but it was from Marks and Spencer's because that was the only food thing that's nearby in the petrol station.
The Dynamax Daddy.
I'm not Dynamax Daddy. Jesus, when's that coming out? Maybe you'll hear about it later, folks.
I mean, looking at the live YouTube chat, this event has not gone down well at all. Del Hazard X, Max Finale was the worst event in recent memory. So glad I decided not to invest money or too much time into it. I got a 12-10-10 Eterna trash, but I don't mind as I don't plan on using it.
See, that factor, Dwayne, thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure there's a few more Eternatus IVs popping up. That was probably the biggest divider in terms of what drove the community. People who had a good Eternatus, I'm not going to say, like, one person got a hundo Eternatus in our group, which was amazing to see.
Yeah,
like, hell,
brilliant.
that's good RNG. Sick.
You mean like your boyfriend with his Hundo XXL?
Son of a gun. Yes. Sadly. But the thing is that anybody who got shafted in terms of the IVs and in terms of chasing perfection, anybody who's considering, when you get like 10, 11, 14 or whatever it is, anybody who got a rubbish Eternatus immediately stopped doing Eternatus battles, which meant that they went off and started doing GMAX while more people carried on doing Eternatus and were avoiding the GMAX. So that divided the community. And then you've got this whole other thing with what GMAX is available. And we're going to come back to a few other points, but I will say I personally fed back to the team, the Pokemon GO team, quite heavily and harshly because we went through the whole rotation. They had this hourly rotation of what GMAX Pokemon is going to be available. Not once over the course of the weekend did the featured hourly GMAX Pokemon actually appear at the power spots more frequently than any other. We started with Laprasour and there were more Toxtricity and it wasn't even divided like it was meant to be on the calendar. And then you come forward and you go, right, it's Gengar hour. There's more Snorlax than there was in the previous hour
Can I ask
for Snorlax.
you a question, Whitfield?
Yes.
After 10 years of playing this game, does that surprise you that it was broken?
Not in the slightest. But you've got to think, clearly something went wrong. Somebody, again, an intern maybe didn't push a button. But if you're going to mess it up, like, why make things complicated? just say all GMAX are going to be available and rotating anyway. You might have avoided yourself a headache.
I agree. Going back to the chat, Kerry Young said, it was a funeral. The finale in 2022 was an absolute amazing event. This was just a cash grab. And you know what? I think we all agree.
100%.
This was just a way of telling everybody, get your wallets out because we are going to have you for every penny.
Which is pretty bad considering they had it for 2 weekends prior to that because you had the Origin Raid Day that they flunked big time, and they finally gave everybody compensation, which
they gave everybody a free shiny or multiple free shinies depending on how many raids you did.
Guaranteed shinies without moves and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people were not particularly happy.
A few people got moves, but the actual move was not guaranteed by any means.
Yeah, but then they also had the Shadow Kyogre thing, so that was another money pit.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a little question though? Jokes aside, speaking of like money pits and these GMAX raids, do you guys think that if you remote into a GMAX, do you think you should use a pass? Or do you think they should just make it cost more particles? Where's your head at with that?
I think it makes sense to use a pass because you're remoting in.
In a way, yes, but I wouldn't mind if they bumped up the cost of the max particles because you have to buy those. So, for example, if you're not roaming around collecting them, you have to buy them anyway.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know how, because obviously I was doing a lot of them, which was fine. You know, I paid for it, but I was having a little think, and I was thinking, I think it'd be quite nice to keep the feature to just particles, but just to maybe add on 300-400 particles. Do you know what I mean? For
it's like another 50% again.
Yeah. As like a remote, I thought that would be quite nice instead of using a remote pass. I don't know, because then it really differentiates Do you know what I mean? The raids,
the raid system.
Yeah, and
for
it's
this.
costing you more because
Yeah.
people do make
Food
that
for thought.
sort
Just
of
a,
misconception, don't they? They call D-Max, G-Max, they call them raids. They're not raids. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
completely
just
different
ingrained in our
mechanic, but
brain
people do call
at
them
this
raids.
point.
So there is that confusion there.
Well, it's quicker than saying max battle,
Yeah.
But
I just thought something to think about from their side that keeps it really in that realm. I mean, obviously, we're still paying for it, aren't we? Just in a different,
You're still
just
paying
through
for it.
particles and exactly.
And you might end up paying more,
and-
actually, if they did that, to be fair, if you actually do the math.
Let's not give them ideas. Let's not give them...
no more ideas. But I would like to insert
Niantic.
a nice little flex game, boys. I think it's time. Let's reveal our Eternatus.
I reinstated this.
It's my game. It's my game.
Oh my god, you really have dove through the archive.
I went for the archive of old
I
jingles.
can't hear it. Can someone tell me what it is?
It's you. It's you on the Flex It Up jingle.
Oh, cute. Love that.
Proper
we
OG.
love that. So,
We do
just
love
quickly, this flex game,
This Flex Gap.
Flex game.
yeah, the flex game. Is this the lowest wins yet?
It is like golf.
I think it should
The
be,
lowest
yeah,
wins
lowest
the flex
wins,
scheme.
yeah.
God, mine was. I mean, let me get it up now. But yeah, this was not a great
All
appraisal.
right, a bit personal, but
Yeah. Do you know I was close to transferring mine as well?
I don't think you
I
can.
don't think you can. It's
No,
like
I
a
didn't.
mythical.
Fine. I didn't actually press the button. Right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, my Eternatus is a 10, 14, 13.
It could be worse. I
You
guess.
haven't lost. I'll just tell you that much,
No.
Coops.
Really?
So you haven't won, sorry. You haven't won.
I haven't won, but I'll say Master Laxus 42 got an 11, 12, 10.
Oof.
Ouch.
Wow.
The Italian got a 13, 11, 10, which he's rightly named Eternacrab.
So I think, is Dwayne still winning then? With this
Possibly.
12, 10, 10.
Sue's with a 13, 12, 12.
See, I think
I'm happy
Dwayne
with
would have
that.
been happy if he'd have just got the 10, 10, 10 floor.
It's a bit
because
more
it's
of a
more of a trophy, yeah.
It's rare.
Barside 2 with 11, 12, 13.
Oh wow, everyone got really bad ones.
Come on, Ian.
Okay,
What did you get?
so my Eternatus was not great, as we've pretty much figured out.
We care about the number.
Mine was a 78% Eternatus, which broke down to 12, 12, 11.
Oh, that is bad.
That's not even lucky trade level.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that is bad.
Now, I will say I got quite lucky. I got a somewhat pretty decent Eternatus of 14, 14, 14. But it still wasn't enough to make me think, yes, I'm mad enough to try and get this thing to level 50.
So I win from the hosts.
You do. You are the winner of the game, which automatically means that you're hosting next week.
Milo, do you think though, honestly, if you did get the hundo, would you have banged out all those particle raids? Honestly,
The thing is, even if I got a hundo, I actually didn't have the money. So I physically wouldn't have been able to do it. But
fair.
I don't think I'd have bothered trying to max it out. And the thing is, we know everything repeats in Pokemon Go. They literally, as soon as California finished their event, they put out like a post saying, Eternatus will return. You think, of course it will. It'll come back for another money grab session. And there's other ways to get various bits of candy if you want to grind it. There were some stats about Eternatus, which we'll say on here. So somebody worked out if you were to buy the Premium Deluxe Pass and battle and do the 200 coin extended rewards thing, double your rewards from max battles, you'd be looking at spending 300 quid.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
Something. Yeah, $300 or something to max out your Eternatus. But somebody did a stat, and I think if you were to try and walk it, you'd have to walk around the planet 4 times or something like that to get it to enough candy to get to level 50. You think,
that really is crazy.
I don't think they even thought about this sort of thing.
I'm
in
sure
the
they
meeting.
did.
What? Yeah, sure. The circumference of the Earth.
That's how they get you. Seriously,
Let's
that is
take
how
this
they get
into
you.
account. Sorry, 8 times.
Weird.
Thank you, Master Laxus. 8 times you'd have to walk around the planet at the equator, obviously.
8 times. Yeah. It's
Speaking of things that
outrageous.
take a very long time, we've had some WhatsApp messages about this very event. Do you want to have a listen,
Bring it
boys?
on. Yes, let's have a listen because there's so
let's do
much
it.
more.
Let's do it.
Send your WhatsApps now.
Okay, so first up, we have a message by Gojka.
Oh,
Hi guys, Gojka again. The Origin Palkia and Dialga Raid Day compensation.
yay.
Well, where do we go from here? It wasn't really that good, to be honest. Yeah, it was guaranteed shinies, but one thing we did notice is we didn't get the moveset. After the 80 raids, I ended up with 3 encounters, which was 1 Palkia. Granted, it did get Spatial Rend. 2 Dialgas, 1 with Roar of Time. There was actually a lad in the local community who ended up with a Shundo, but unfortunately, the Dialga had Iron Head. So another useless one. However, it was still a Shundo. So yeah, I think they really messed up on that one. Now, going on to the extortionate money grab that was the Go Fest Max finale. The only actually thing that had anything to do with the Go Fest, I'd say, was the G-Max, Inteleon, Cinderace, and Rillaboom. The rest of it had nothing to do with it. The wild spawns were abysmal. The
Crowdsourced ones, yeah.
The raids, granted, some of them did have the background, but not many. The shiny boost, which was stated from the pass, the Go Deluxe pass, apparently was only affected on the actual encounters from the pass, which was not advertised in the actual thing when they disclosed it. So yeah, bit of a disappointing one, really. I know a lot of people still got shinies and whatever, but you know, it's one of those. The Eternatus as well. Wow, that's a lot of candy to max it out and a lot of money. The only thing I would say is with the G-Max Eternatus raid battles, well, max battles, they should have really at least given us a random G-Max encounter at the end of it.
Yeah.
Because after about 4 or 5, I'd say a lot of people were getting bored of not having any encounter and just being kicked out of the battle. Pretty much showing nothing for the effort and for the coins and for the particles and everything that's used. The shiny rates on the G-Max Pokemon and the tier 5 max battles are obviously not boosted, which it seems was a bit of a disappointment. They should have really increased the shiny rates on those. The only good thing I could say about it is I did end up with a shiny Gigantamax Charmander with a background, fortunately, but that was the only thing I ended up getting. I did buy the Deluxe Pass, which I'm kind of regretting now. So what I ended up doing was just maxing out tier 500 on the pass with max particles that I'd previously saved and the 8,000 particle pack that was in the shop, which surprisingly you could only purchase 3 times, which I thought was a bit shocking, really. Once I'd completed those, I pretty much gave up. However, what I did to do that was I did countless Eternatus max battles due to it giving 100 points. If I'd have gone with the G-Max ones, it would have only been 25 points per. So in theory, it would have cost me 4 times more to get to rank 500 by doing G-Max battles, which is a shame, really. They should have done something about that. But, you know, that's Niantic / Scopely for you. I've also noticed that there's been issues with remote raids and getting the Crown Sword and Zacian energy, which I thought was quite amusing. At this point, really, Niantic should only tweet out when an event has gone right rather than when it's gone wrong, because it would actually save them less time doing tweets. It's a bit of a shame, really. And then announcing level 80, yes, granted, everyone's been looking forward to it. However, I think that the reason they dropped it the day after the max finale weekend is to hype everyone up and actually forget about how extortionate and terrible, really, the max finale battles were. Hey-ho, we'll see what happens in the future. The new season is looking all right, considering. Hopefully we get the shiny Mega Metagross coming into raids, and looks like Mega Rayquaza's coming back. Shadow Groudon in raids, which will be a good chase. But hopefully it won't take 55 raids to get a shiny like you did, Milo. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I look forward to hearing the show, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much for the long deep dive. But if as an event goes, this was probably the one to air it all. Really.
I think so. I mean, the only saving grace and one positive I will pull out of this whole weekend, I'm not even going to start slagging it off. The Eternatus Max battles, when you drop to Lucky Egg, would have been 100k XP per battle. So if people were dropping eggs, it's a small win, especially since they're throwing XP at everybody now with level 80 coming out.
In a way, I mean, we'll talk about level 80 a bit later and all the stuff surrounding it, but in terms of the announcement drop, all this stuff is obviously planned so in advance, with many, many months down the line. It could have been a strategic thing in case it all went wrong. I mean, from the outset, we probably saw on paper, looking at the article, how much of a cash grab this event was going to be because it's focused on
said
Gmax.
That when it was first announced.
Yeah, it's all stuff you have to pay for, and the free bit of it was so minimal and almost wasteful. So, yeah, it may have been a nice play, but we will never know.
But we've got one more, and this is from our number one Indian listener, Ketty Spikes.
Hello, Incense Boys. This is Katie Spikes again, reporting to you about the Max extravaganza that went on. Got a lot to unpack actually, so let's just jump into it. Hopefully, I'm right on time for your recording. Okay, actually, I flew back to my hometown, and the community actually grew this time, and we had like 4 or 5 new players, and it was overall a fun day, fun 2 days, but I think that's where the good things stop. First of all, it is causing a lot of hesitancy in the new players, because first we had to get their Zamazantas leveled up so that they could unlock the shield move. So we helped them get Zamazenta the first day. The whole day we just helped them get Zamazenta. So it's just a huge like a tall ask for new players to invest so much resources into doing something, especially it should be a bit more beginner friendly, I would say. And I thought Pokemon Go was about all about welcoming new players. I don't know why it's so expensive, and this is my first time actually investing in max battle raids, because I wasn't doing them at all. And for me, I spent around 5,000 coins, and it just went away. Yeah, I bought the ticket as well. First of all, if you buy the ticket, you shouldn't be asked to exchange 200 coins to get more resources at the end of the max battle. You should be able to unlock more capacity for having max energy. Second day, even though Go Pass finale, that was awarding a lot of max particles. There were cases where people unintentionally clicked claim rewards, and it just went like it hit the max limit, and the rest of them rest of the particles went to waste. So that shouldn't happen. Again, these are all quality of life updates. And since when have we been asking about, being able to delete eggs for any egg specific event? Again, starters were there, like the starters that had that had Gigantamax forms, Cinderace, Inteleon, and all that stuff. All those starters should have an easier, like they shouldn't be in red. They should be easy to catch since they're part of the event. We have been asking that for a long time. And the fact that the shiny rates were low. I didn't catch any shinies apart from the Chansey that I got through the paid Go Pass research, the Dynamax Chansey. The shiny rates were abysmally low. This doesn't have to be this expensive. I understand that it's a corporation, but this is getting to a point where it is not a fun hobby anymore. Like Pokemon Go used to be a game where me and my friends from my hometown just grinded because we liked the game, we liked Pokemon, and we didn't have to think so much about spending so much money. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. I know you guys address the pay to win debate, but I think this has to be hammered home every time you get a chance. I mean, you guys can't do anything because you're creators. You have to invest money, but just check on Daxy's YouTube thumbnails or YouTube titles. It went from what are the tips and tricks for this particular event to why you have to play this event even though you have no interest in it. That's what his thumbnails have become in the past 6 months. Because even like the top creators know that the interest is waning, and this is just about getting people who can spend a lot of money, get them to spend more. And India is a market where we, like, since we're a developing third world country, we don't mind spending money for our leisure or something we like, but it has to be worth it. Otherwise people are just not going to pick it up, and India is like a huge market for Scopely that they're targeting. So these events have to be beginner friendly. If it is a max battle, you have to have rewards that actually, not just satisfy people from the west, but people in our country as well. We, like, since Pokemon Go is targeting this audience, it should have events that have worthy rewards and not so many glitches, not so many instances where you pay for an event where, and we got the Dialga and Palkia just shinies. The makeup, I don't think we had like a makeup event. I think every account just got shinies. My secondary account got shinies, and my main account also had a Dialga and a Palkia shiny. I don't know. It's just a bitter experience when you set up time. You know what the weather was like. It was like it was a toasty 45 degrees for both the days, and we played in the morning and in the evening. As an upcoming community, it is very hard to make the new players stay because they just get overwhelmed. If Pokemon Go is targeting new players, then it has to do a better job. Would love to hear thoughts on it.
And there we go. Thank you very much for sending. I mean, oh my goodness me. There was a lot covering in that.
So many points being made.
A lot covering in that, but a lot of valid points and things like that. And we've always said that really, when we talk about paid ticket bits and pieces, it's always different depending on the currency and where you live in the world. And it heavily impacts those where the exchange rate is a bit skewed. So people end up forking out a hell of a lot more for these events depending on where they live. I mean, there were so many points in there. I don't know where we begin with that, but the whole thing with the shiny rate is what really vexed so many people who put their time and effort into this event, because unfortunately we wrongly assumed that the Gmax might be boosted. Now, I know there was the whole thing with the pass, and it was brought up in the chat, thanks to Wayne, where the support bot replied to players saying the shiny boost for Dynamax Pokemon only applied to the deluxe pass encounters.
The encounters, not everything.
And then Niantic support, we should probably play the support intern jingle at some point.
Some say that these people couldn't punch their way out of a paper bag.
And that their earwax tastes like Turkish delight.
All we know is it's time to
ask the intern. I think it's quite right that Billy was doing that, considering the feedback that was given. Oh my goodness me. The fact that the Niantic support account had to put out the following tweet after Saturday, and they posted this on Sunday morning our time. Trainers, we'd like to confirm that the chickens have come home to roost. No. We'd like to confirm that the increased shiny Pokemon chance for Go Pass Deluxe Max Finale holders applies to both Event Pass Pokemon encounters and encounters through 1 through 4-star Dynamax battles. A bit of a weird way of doing it, but I don't know. Like, obviously, I was playing with a big community. Coops, was doing remotes, and Ian was stuck on his own with the rest of his community doing the smart thing of staying at home. I did see a couple of people on the day getting shinies from the Dynamax Pokemon encounters you get under the power spots. So somebody got a level 1 D-Max Beldum shiny, which is insanely rare. So there must have been some kind of little boost there in there. But I don't know about you boys. I only got shinies from the deluxe pass. And I think I got one from like a random battle. But
I'm going to level with you. I didn't even. There was no way I was paying 20 quid for that deluxe pass. It just didn't happen.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No.
You probably were the better of the two of us then. I assume, Coops, you didn't drop the 25 quid.
No, I did, mate. Yeah, no, I did. I did. Yeah.
Oh,
come on, bro.
Hey,
I did.
I
think, mate. I don't think I actually. Yeah, I think I'm. Obviously, I'm like you, Milo. I paid for it, but I'm like Ian. I've got nothing special from it. I don't think I've got a shiny at all from it. I don't. Yeah,
it's a weird one, and it's one of these things where you go the shiny boost. I know there's RNG, but more people were saying if they paid for the deluxe pass, they got a shiny from the deluxe pass, not any of the battles, which is a weird one. where things changed, so we were raiding over the Go Fest for the Zacian and Zamazenta crowned forms. They were back in the raids this time round. When you're chasing 1 or 2 or 3 legendaries, you can notice a shiny boost, or even a 1 in 20, because you get things. When we had, I think I worked it out, it was like 14 different Gigantamax Pokemon, if you include the 2 forms of Toxtricity. That is too much RNG across too many Pokemon to even hope of getting a shiny through 1 in 20 odds. And the fact that they just left that as it is shows how out of tune they are with people, honestly, because some of these Pokemon are returning for the 3rd time. Now, it probably was a good thing doing a re-roll on the G-Max because loads of people didn't get G-Max starters because the remotes weren't available. So loads of people took it easy. And I've seen people on social say, I just did 1 G-Max to get the decks and I'm happy, I'm done. I think you guys played it right. 1 battle per G-Max Pokemon, get your decks done, and that was probably the smartest way to play. That's about the only positive I can get out of this weekend, honestly.
The consensus going on in the chat, Charlie Todd said, this is one of the few tickets I've actually felt stupid for buying.
Yeah.
And it's like $14.99 for the standard or $20 for the deluxe. That's a lot of money you're paying into it. And you're not getting an awful lot of return on investment.
Not really.
Yeah, you getting a nice walk in the countryside here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can do that for free. But it's true. This event, it's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and it really hasn't done the Pokemon Go team any favors because people are feeling done by this event.
Very much so. Considering I've seen players who've chucked 60, 100, 200 quid in and are walking away from it with like 1 shiny G-Max.
I just think there's no end goal. I think as soon as they figure out an end goal or they figure out a next step to really utilize the feature and the system they've got, I think it'll be brilliant. But at the moment, I'm not sure. Yeah, and even you guys, you're like, oh yeah, you got a shiny 13, 14, 12 Gigantamax Charizard, but what's the point? I don't really
There was no point. This was
get
meant
it.
to be the culmination of this year's Go Fest season. And it's so far removed from anything that's happened during Go Fest season, except for a few G-Max battles here and Wooloo in the wild. Seriously. I would like to understand the logic that has actually gone through Pokemon Go team's minds, because this, to me, it wasn't a finale. It wasn't special. It was just torturous.
I mean,
do you know what was a better finale? Was when Coopsy was playing the game 2022, where we had the Go Fest at the beginning of June, and then we had Berlin, Seattle, and then Sapporo, and then the finale at the end of August with Masterful 27, the boy getting his birthday Shundo Haxu. That was a fantastic finale event because it brought all the culmination of everything together from the previous 4 events over the space of 3 months. And that was such a well-structured event. You had all the Ultra Beasts available globally for the first time with remotes and things like that. And it was epic. And this it felt so on its own isolated island as an event. The only tie-in to the actual Go Fest season was the crowned Zacian and Zamazenta. And the return of the costume train Phalanx and the Pikachus in 1-stars. The raids were the only link.
They were.
Apart from the name.
We could go on for hours talking about this. I'll wrap it up with what Sue said in the chat. The problem is that the max system only works within the max system. If you don't battle max mons, and the whole finale was easy to skip. I partially agree with that because I do max battles, but it was just too much to expect people to just do max battles for 16 hours over 2 days. It was just too much.
Well, if you'd followed the advice of the article saying make sure you do your max battles during the course of the week and use your particles that you get from the free pass, you were granted 3,200 particles on Saturday and then Sunday. And that's enough for 4 battles. That's not even enough to complete the G-Max. No. It doesn't even complete the G-Max decks. And I've got to be honest, that was the stupidest thing, is if you're going to try and rope people into the max battle system, you've got to give enough incentive. Like even raid days, they give you 5 free passes. So you get more raids for free on a raid day, i.e. the new Mega that's coming out, compared to this one, which is the Go Fest Max Finale. You got 4 battles for reoccurring G-Max Pokemon. And honestly, it was moronic.
It was.
It really was. But there's so much we could keep talking about, and until the cows come home, or till Masterful 27 returns from a European country, you'll be like, boys, we're still on 238. What's going on?
Well, boys, we've said what we think about this, and yes, it's something we could go on for hours about, but we've not heard Masterful 27's take on it. But he has sent us a message.
Grazie.
It better be negative, Mark.
So I'll give my thoughts then on the Max. I keep calling it the Max Finale event. I know it's not.
That's
I don't think
correct.
it's called that exactly. But no, been away and
has he been away? Has he been away?
Dip out a little bit because Eternatus was my fear that I was going to miss out on getting that if I didn't do some sneaky little raids. Anyway, they didn't need to be that sneaky by the end of it. But no, my thoughts. Let's start at the very beginning. And maybe you guys want to break this up bit by bit. But let's start with the ticket price. Okay, free ticket for the event. Always seems like they're doing something nice when they offer that. But then you have the deluxe ticket, which was, I think it was like £15 or £20 rounded up. The equivalent in your local currency, obviously, which makes it just as expensive to allow you to miss some stages and pretty much just allow you to get more encounters with a shiny boost. Anyway, shiny boost on levels 1 to 4, by the way, which was quite sneaky. Sneaky scope antic, like Antily, I don't know.
Scope tick.
But it didn't give you Eternatus any quicker, and I think for someone like me that knew I had very limited time as another moped goes past, with another helmet on, I'd be impressed.
Maybe it's the same moped.
I've got to say,
I think it's just going around the stage.
I was a bit disappointed with the way they communicated it because, like, at the beginning, I thought I'm going to have to use my max cap limit each day, get the raids done, because I wanted to get to level 60 on the ticket to get Eternatus. But actually, on the day when the cap was lifted and the remote raids were sort of removed, and again, we'll talk about that in a minute, the pressure was taken off almost because you could raid Eternatus and you could do it very quickly. I think someone said it was like 6 or 7 Eternatus encounters, or we didn't get the encounter, obviously, the raid, and it gave you a chunk of XP or progress points, and you flew your way past level 60 quite quickly, which, yeah, I'm sure we'll do a flex game at some point about our Eternatuses.
Already done it.
But yeah,
Eterni.
it just felt a little bit underwhelming. But let's take it back a bit. Very expensive on the ticket, like I've said. Didn't buy it, didn't feel the need to because I knew I was away and I wouldn't have bought it anyway. I'd have sat back on it a little bit and I got the feeling from everyone it was a very expensive event. I got a shiny from it on a G-Max raid when I was in Greece, in Corfu.
Impressive.
Toxtricity, first one. Happy with that. And I did my raids and maxed them up to level 31 I got to on the Saturday. And then the Eternatus raid started to come through, and actually it was I thought very underwhelming. Like you did the encounter, the battle, whatever it was, and by the time you finished it, it just disappeared. It was almost like when you get that last ball animation and you miss it on the last ball and it just puffs up in the air. You didn't even get the puff, did you? It just said, there you go, it's gone, or whatever it was.
Puff the magic Eternatus.
So that bit felt expensive. The XL candies you need and the candies, obviously the premium deluxe ticket at the deluxe price, at the premium price, gave you more candy XL to sort of increase it. But my fear and my biggest annoyance with this was you could get the deluxe ticket afterwards, and maybe if you've got a decent Eternatus, you'd think, well, I'm only going to get one of these, so maybe now it's worth getting the deluxe ticket. And maybe that's what people did or didn't do. And then they felt, well, it's worth the money now, if there ever is such a thing as worth the money to get the resource to power it right up. But it's a beast to power up, and I think that's probably where people are a little bit annoyed by it. I think if you get a decent one, not spoiling my one just yet, yeah, and you want to do it, don't you? Or you might not want to do it. I just think there's a lot. It's a lot. And I think they really have, another moped, by the way, helmet on again. They've really pushed it with this. Moped. I think this is a very tipping point. I know the game's had a lot of tipping points in the past before, but this feels very expensive now. And for me, this made me really realise that the game has become now pay to play. And it gives you the impression you can play it without paying it, but you aren't going to get actually some quite obvious things now. There's a real difference in the game. And for me, I think that's a bit of a turning point now, which doesn't sit right with me. But I'm wittering on. So anyway, didn't buy the deluxe ticket. Did a handful of raids. Saw people get some shinies. I guess did they get the boosted ones? I don't know. With the deluxe ticket. Nice to see. Filled a few dex entries that I needed to do. So for me, it was nice to do that. And I think I've got all my Gigantamax and Dynamax Pokemon dex spots filled now. Didn't chase the shinies. Didn't have the time, the inclination, or the want to do that. But I did get some new ones. And the big one. What was my Eternatus like? What was it like? It was a dirty 2-star, and it was barely a 2-star at that. I think it was a 10-11-10. Or 10-11-11. It was definitely it had 1 or 2 10s in its stats, and nothing more than an 11. It was horrific, and it gave me the reason not to get the deluxe ticket. And actually, I stopped raiding then the Eternus invites I had because there was no point. Why would I want to keep raiding it? Well, I had limited time anyway to get XLs and candies on something that you just aren't going to want to do. And that was my opinion. I'm sure you boys have probably got similar opinions on this. It was a bone of contention. Hopefully the listeners have all got similar, or maybe there's some shining examples of me, maybe an oversight on my part. But yeah, that is my thought on it all. And I wonder how you guys think.
Well, we've dove deep into what we think, but thank you, Marky, for showing us your 69% to us. Let's put the max finale to bed for now, because I'm sure it may crop up in conversation a bit later with feedback, etc. But we've got some potentially exciting
Is the news.
So, after talking about something that has sucked our will to live, will that will be renewed with the news that has just dropped as we record this, that level 50 will no longer be the maximum level in Pokemon Go. In fact, level 60 will be a thing, but it will not be the cap. Yeah, it's old news now because this was announced a week ago. However, starting on the 15th of October, yes, they're giving us 2 whole months' notice, pretty much, level 80 will be the new top level within Pokemon Go.
That is madness.
Yay, I guess. Honestly. There's quite a lot to break down with this, but we'll try and cover it in as efficient a manner as possible. So, things to note with this when it goes live on the 15th of October is the level cap will increase from 50 to 80, but the overall leveling curve from 1 through to 80 will be rebalanced, and players can earn levels more frequently.
And tasks for level up research for levels 41 to 50 will be removed. So I'm so glad I read that out, because how many times did I moan back in the day about like getting from level 44 to 45 and then 45 to 46?
How many GBL battles do you have to do?
Mate,
you so did.
Honestly,
I still remember vividly the day you and Masterful 27 hit level 50 within seconds of each other.
Yes, it's that is genuinely, if you're a new player, or like I said, you're on level 38, 39, and you're not at 40 just yet, but you will be soon. I can promise you that is the best news that you will get this year.
Or if you're on the one where, like Milo said, if you're on the one where you have to do either lucky trades or GBL battles.
Yeah.
You're saved. You're saved, listeners.
Yes, you are saved. Now, new level research will, however, be added for levels 71 to 80.
I did see somebody joke saying that the task to rank up to level 80 is power up and level 50 to Eternatus.
People joke, you never know. I don't think it's been.
I don't know why you're both laughing. To get to level 80, it'll be complete 1 million Great League battles.
I think Billy said something like, if they kept this, it'd be like 1 billion XP or something.
Let's see how many GBL battles they require us to win.
However,
players at level 70 and higher will have an increased chance of becoming lucky friends with other players.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
That's a good incentive. Yeah. We will say that we were told this information a little bit ahead of time, which is lovely. However, somebody asked, will this apply only to level 70 trainers between level 70 and above trainers, or will it affect a level 70 plus trainer interacting with a lower level person? And they couldn't answer that.
Yeah, they said that they weren't able to give us that information at the time that that it was asked.
Elusive,
there's a
mysterious.
possibility that they don't even know this themselves. Yeah,
I think they just genuinely didn't think of it.
They're probably like, that's a good question. We better go back to the dev team on that one.
Imagine they're like, so you asked this, and they're like, what? Level 70's coming out? You're like, yeah, you put an article out, has it?
No, we didn't.
And also, I do love that feature because you can become lucky friends and then sit on them for another 10 years. That's a really good feature. Now, the next part is remote trades when new rewards will be added to level up.
That's been data mined. Oh, we've got to talk about that.
Sorry.
Put the duck in, quick. Put the duck in.
New rewards will be added to level up progression, like increased storage capacity for Pokemon items and gifts. I think that's brilliant. And this includes new avatar items starting at level 25. So yeah, I think that's great. Nothing more to say on that.
No, it's good, and it again confirmed
clarification. Yes, it will
in
be,
addition to even if you've maxed out the storage.
Yes, this won't be things you can buy.
Top.
This will be things that will be given to you, and it will be additional.
Very nice.
Based on previously earned experience, some players may actually, and we know this is going to be a thing because there are people that are between levels, and with this new curve, it is probably going to mean that if you're not level 50 already, then you are definitely going to jump levels. So basically, you may jump levels on October the 15th automatically. You will. Let's be honest. You will jump levels. And players will receive rewards associated with reaching those levels at that time. Details about which will be shared later. Again, they don't want to just dangle that carrot.
Yeah. And just to clarify, no players will go down in level, but the amount of XP needed to reach the next level may change depending on the current level you're at. And it says, stay tuned for more details as we move closer to October the 15th to fully prepare for the excitement ahead.
Yeah, but Jen, seriously, like I know you sort of mock that little voice there, Milo, but I do actually think this is really exciting. I genuinely feel like this
genuinely is.
Yeah, like this
it's cool.
Yeah, this rework of XP I think needs to happen because obviously if we kept going up to 60, 70, 80, I know it cracked a joke earlier, but we would be looking at 10 billion XP, which only 3 or 4 people in the world are going to get to. And I think with this rework, I think with this rework and rebalance, I think getting to level 80 for a casual player like myself and like you, Ian, I think it actually is going to be. We can get there, it's
achievable.
Yeah, achievable, exactly. And then obviously for players, Milo, like yourself and other people that invest a lot of time and stuff into it, I think you'll get there easily. But also when you're there, it's a huge achievement that you're the top level, So I think this is a really, really. I'd probably say, as far as saying could be. Let's wait and see how it works. But this could be the best update and feature of 2025. So let's see what happens.
Totally agree, because at the moment, nothing in terms of numbers has been disclosed. So there are a lot of people going, oh, well, you're still going to have to reach 176 million and you'll be level 80. There's others saying, actually, probably not, but the curve will be stretched out. So we'll have to see where that actually does go, because I can't see them not moving the goalpost to get to the higher level. But how far they do move it will be interesting to see.
What do you guys just have interest? I know we're just shooting our shot in the dark. What does everyone think it will be? What does everyone think the XP level for? Well, honestly, what do we think?
So what's the maximum right now? It's 176
for level
million.
50, yeah.
I think it might be rebalanced, but they'll round it out to the half a.
I was thinking $500 million.
Yes,
$500 million.
I was thinking 500 million.
Yeah,
no, I'm 500 million.
Which actually, and I'll go out there, for my actual XP total, will still be a massive grind, because I'm just around the 300 million mark. So if it does go up to $500 million, I'm going to be grinding for another 10 years to get to level 80.
Flex game.
It's my game. It's my game.
Ian, I totally agree with you. So I'm actually on 322 million. So I'm on 322 million. And I agree with you. I will be really happy with 500 million because one, I can grind to get there. But two, it's actually achievable.
What's your number again?
322.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would be.
So I'm more casual than you. Oh my god.
Well, Coops used to bang out the raids with XP and level lucky eggs and stuff on.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I will be really happy with 500 million. I think that's a really solid. I think that's good.
Yeah. Charlie tells us message 401 million.
There you go.
That's a random number.
401 million. Nice.
Well, actually, being specific, 401,185,684.
Oh, sorry, that's his XP. So I thought you meant that's what he thinks it's going to be. Oh, sorry. I was going to say 401
million randomly out there.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
What's it, Milo? Just out of interest, what are you on? Are you going to be straight from 50 to 80?
I'm on 817 million XP.
So Milo could be like, I've just got to do my tasks.
Well, the thing is, I'm hoping the tasks, like what it is going to be, I think it will be similar to how it was for level 50, is even if there is an XP grind, but I don't have to do it, I still have to do the tasks. Because some people say, you'll go to level 80 immediately. They're not going to let you circumvent the new challenges. Everyone is going to, if you max XP, you'll go bang to 70. And
Yeah.
then
Sue's
you
at
have to grind.
701 million. Sue's
Yeah,
at
so
701
Sue's
million.
probably in the similar position to me.
Wow. Alex is 109
how
million.
are you on 800 million? That is outrageous.
You do realize he just plays Pokemon Go all day, every day.
I know,
Coops.
but like literally, like, when I deep it and how much I've invested into this game over the last 10 years, you're on basically triple what I'm on. That is mental.
Yes.
Me too.
That is
yes.
mental.
You could add your account, my account, and Mark's account together. We probably still wouldn't touch what Milo's on.
That is so
Who
true.
would do a general stats total right at the end? Let's see what's going on.
There is a part deep inside me that's thinking, hopefully it's not 500 million. If they went 300 million, because let's face it, an average player, there's two of us casual, Milo's hardcore, and I think for an average player, even get to 500 million, it's a task that is beyond a lot of people's play
If you
styles.
think actually double the current XP total is 176 million,
Yeah.
just double it roughly, you're already at 300 million.
No, but see,
So that might
but
actually be a number.
No, but I don't like that because then I've got nothing to grind for, and
You've got GBL battles to come to. You have to get to Legend again.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. Listen, like I said, we'll wait and see, and we'll all be laughing because it might be 210 million.
I'll tell you what, when they announce it, Coops, in October, so 2 months' time, come back on and talk about it.
For sure.
Fantastic.
And I'd also laugh if it was 9 billion.
9 billion, if you something to achieve.
So, guys, what will your legacy be? By Tuesday, October the 14th at 11:59 p.m., all players will receive a special medal, which will commemorate their highest level in the game. Also, players that have hit the pinnacle of level 50, obviously retain their level 50 jacket, get an all-new avatar pose, and get the level 50 commemorative medal.
Lovely.
And looking at this, there's actually some stuff in there that obviously that are rewards as you go through the levels, like the level 41 glasses, level 43 pose, level 45 hat, so on and so forth. And anything that you've got, you will keep. But obviously these things, I think a lot of them won't be available, will they?
I think they're all going to change and
rebalance?
disappear. Now, there's a bit of confusion going around, and I think it's going to be this: is people say, "Oh my god, when you get to level 50 back in the day, you got a level 50 special research that didn't disappear that rewarded you with unknowns and Mewtwo." And a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I'm going to lose that research. I wanted to try and get it and grind it and stuff." There's no clarification that is going to be removed. They didn't say
that
anywhere
hasn't been mentioned.
that those are going to be taken away. Only the avatar item things that you earn through leveling up, like the poses, the boots, and the jacket. And it's a shame to see level 50 jacket go, to be honest, but you can't earn it. I think you probably...
You saw yours go in New York.
Yeah, I know. I actually left mine behind in the hotel room. But I think you'll probably still be able to buy it in the shop. Like we know from the previous chat, they like to rinse you for every penny you have. So they're obviously going to give you an opportunity to buy it.
You know what? Actually, you might not be far off. You really might not be far off.
Money.
Well, boys, the good news is because you both love XP. Now, from right now up until October the 14th at 11:59 p.m, so 1 minute before this new level 80 feature goes live, all trainers will get the following bonuses. Now, these bonuses will stack with other event bonuses as well. So you're going to get 2 times catch XP from nice, great, and excellent throws. You're going to get plus 3,000 XP from winning raids, and my favourite, from winning max battles. I will. Oh, that is that. Now that is making me want to do so many more max battles.
Well, like the Chansey that's on the picture.
Yeah. Additionally, time research will be available to all trainers who are level 5 and above. Is anyone level 5 these days? I don't know. This research will give trainers the chance to earn over 7 million XP. Now, listen. All of this is making me think. This XP level might be a lot higher than what we think it is. Finally, a level 47 level up research task will be adjusted. Instead of requiring you to explore 25 kilometers in a week 8 times, you only need to do it twice.
Oh, that's a saving.
And this is the perfect opportunity to reach those nearby leveling milestones as you prepare for the coming update.
Love that.
Throwing a lot of XP at people.
I think that is in aid of people trying to get those legacy items.
And we were talking, when we've talked about the upcoming few community days, and we say, why are they all incubator based? Why is there no XP? Well, now we know.
Yeah. And if things stack, they've clarified and said it stacks when it comes to a raid day where there's boosted XP with a ticket or whatever, or if there's a catch thing going on. You're just going to be earning way more XP anyway. Whack your lucky eggs on if you are trying to get to the legacy level 50 thing.
Yeah, and if you do need lucky eggs, go into the web store for $10 US. You can buy a bundle that will give you 15 lucky eggs,
money?
1 super incubator, 1 regular incubator, 5 of us incensors, and 2 lure modules. I don't know how the value's there, actually. I don't. It's not bad, but I think
it's not.
It's not great,
really.
is it? It's not bad, though.
Absolutely not.
So, boys, can I just confirm that you both think that is good news?
I like it, personally. I think
it's good news. Yeah, I think it's good news.
Well, guess what?
What?
More good news!
Oh, he remembers.
Oh, my God.
What?
We have a new season. Let's go! Yeah!
Woo! A season of pulling teeth?
No, I'll be honest, Ian. This one looks quite good. This is going to be Tales of Transformation. Now, I'm looking at the little article, the little logo that Niantic have posted, and
I love the kind of
it looks quite good,
sort of Art Deco style.
You know, we've got the Apple Pokemon, my favourite. I can't remember what it's called.
Applin.
We've got Applin. We've got Mega Metagross, which I know Milo will be a little bit moist over.
Yes.
Yeah, see, we've got Mega Rayquaza. We've kind of already had that, but I'm not gonna, exactly. And we've got a lot going on there. Pokemon, which I don't know the name of it, which must be new and good.
I'll tell you now.
There's Keldeo there.
Duraludon.
Yes, I'm assuming that's the one.
That one.
That one. Okay.
And do you see our favourite thing of a G-Max in the background?
Yeah, but I was going to say to you, did you know that it's not just a Duraludon, it's a Dynamax Duraludon? Did you know that?
Ooh.
What? I certainly did.
Yeah, we've got Shadow Groudon. So, guys, I'll be honest with you, looking at this picture and sort of looking at the top sort of line of the article, I think we're in for a good few months of this. And this is going to be from September the 2nd at 10 a.m. and it's going to end on December the 2nd. So, yeah, we're getting that level 80 update basically halfway through this Tales of Transformation. So this looks good. I'm excited for this. And then obviously December 2nd will end, and I'm sure it'll be a little winter snowy season.
The season of snowflakes.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Not really.
I've never seen a Pokemon called Kelsey before.
Kelsey. What are you looking at?
Oh, they spelled something wrong.
On the show notes, it says, we all know it focuses around Kelsey and changing forms.
Oh, autocorrect's done me dirty.
Who's Kelsey?
Milo, tell us about Kelsey.
Well, funnily enough, you'll be able to transform over the course of the season Kelsey into... What's it called? The Resolute form of Kelsey. Finally, for like the first time in years.
I love having you on the show, Chris. We always laugh more.
It's autocorrect. It screws you up here.
It screws me up every time. Thanks, Apple Intelligence.
Oh my God. There's one little bit that I'm a little bit like with. I understand why it's happened, but I really don't approve of it. Trainers who've already caught Keldeo can continue their journey to receive Keldeo candy to use to power it up. So do you remember they had the ticket for the mythical hero thingy back in 2021? I do. I've got my Keldeo.
I have my Keldeo.
It's completely terrible, and I was very annoyed with it. And now you're not even going to get a redo, 4 years later?
Yeah, but these are mythical, aren't they? I don't know if it is mythical, but yeah, I'm just assuming it is.
It's a mythical pony.
But you could potentially bottle cap it when the next bottle cap comes out.
No.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
No.
We can no longer moan about having rubbish IVs, can we, really?
The thing is that Keldeo is no longer shiny locked. You can get it through Pokemon Home recently this year. So just wait for the shiny one release through the next tour or whatever it is. But Tales of Transformation, obviously, it hints at megas very heavily. And, we talked about one earlier in the show, but you can see on that picture, Coopsy mentioned Mega Metagross, which is great. But we've also finally got my absolute favourite,
Desk is rising.
Camerupt. Camerupt, just like I am right now. Fantastic.
The floor is lava.
Floor is lava. We've been talking about the missing
3 megas
for so long, and we're getting 3 of them in one go. Milo's been waiting for Camerupt for so long.
So long.
I've been waiting for Mega Sharpedo, even though it's a bit useless, but it's a great looking
Pokemon.
Like
the rumours are that thing's going to be one attack heavy son of a shark. That's for sure.
And we all love a little bit of heavy metal. Mega Metagross will be
it's good.
Awesome.
And the thing is that this season obviously is during the course of when Legends ZA releases on Switch and Switch 2, which brings in 27 new megas from that whole game.
Yep.
So it would be the
Apparently
perfect
that's a
time.
good number, I'm told.
It is. it's solid, and we've already seen Mega Victory Bell.
Yeah, we've also seen Mega Dragonite as well. Oh my god!
So, who knows? We might get some Legends ZA stuff in October.
There's bound to be a tie-in event. There's
yeah,
bound to be a tie-in event.
I mean, I'm just watching the trailer now, and you know, I am quite proud of the journey, you know, from Pokemon Go, because it feels like the game is becoming a game now, you know, like I don't know, it's hard.
There's some beautiful themes and things. It feels like a proper trailer.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it feels like the last sort of 2 years, especially when you look back at how bad it was originally, I feel like now it's becoming a little proud moment. Good trailer, by the way. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I didn't get paid to say that, but I just watched it. It's quite good.
Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah. Well, technically you lot are, but
not for this.
Not to say all of this.
But no, genuinely, without going into too much detail, because we're just top-lining everything. This season, I'm quietly confident. I'm optimistic. I'm quite cautiously optimistic that this could be. And you know what? Great logo. Like I said, that sort of Art Deco start. Great logo. It looks great.
It really gives me Great Gatsby vibes. You know, the poster for that movie. Fantastic.
Looking forward to Gigantamax Scarpador Raid Day. Be fun. Be a good day.
Yeah, we know that's coming out. That's for
so many battle days. And actually, Coops, on a side note, are you excited about Flabébé Community Day next month?
So I was actually just looking at that. I didn't know it was a thing, and I will be skipping that. No, I'm actually at work, to be fair, on that Sunday. But yeah, I am. I'm not sad or mad about that at all.
There you go. Just like he never left.
It is.
But I can't wait to watch the video of everyone else playing it, having a great time.
It'll be fantastic. But honestly, I don't think we're going to dive much more into the season, because you know the usual spiel, and you've probably seen things like the research breakthrough and the rotations and all that jazz. So it's going to be interesting to see what is in store over the coming months. However, we're expecting some good, hopefully, despite the terrible shiny rates, some good catches in our favourite section of the show.
It's my favourite segment.
Oh my god.
Shinies of the week.
Well, firstly, before we do jump into Shinies of the Week,
oh my
Whitfield, Coops, good news.
What?
We've had, and thank you for doing this, a WhatsApp Shiny of the Week.
Ooh.
What's up, Incense Boys? It's Tyler from Australia. I've never called him before, but I've always wanted to. So we're giving it a go now. I am submitting my Shinies of the Week literally 2 minutes before recording this message while listening to the latest episode of the Incense podcast. I just caught my first ever Galarian Shiny Articuno.
Ooh,
I was literally trying to get into a, what are they called, Dynamax raid. But it kicked me out of it. And then it kicked me out of it, and I saw on my Incense that there was a Galarian Articuno, and I clicked onto it. And it was shiny. If I didn't get kicked out of that raid, it would have just blown past. I never would have clicked onto it. So I'm glad I got kicked out of that raid. Anyways, that's my Shinies of the week. Hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, thanks for doing all you do.
Thanks for that.
Great shiny, Tyler. GG's, man. And it's the best of the 3 G-Bird
shinies. The 3 G-Birds is top tier, but I love the fact he got kicked out of a raid and got rewarded with the shiny Galarian.
It's karma, isn't it? He got kicked out and then he was rewarded with the shiny G-Bird.
That's insane.
Nice.
Congrats, mate. You got Jad. Do you mind if I chat? Why can't I speak? Do you mind if I go first, lads?
No, go
for it, mate.
So of course, for hashtag Shinies of the Week, I've got to pick my boy Furby Andrew, mate. I hope you and Kels are all well. Now, Furby Andrew does say thanks at Ginger Dweeb for the invite. My one and only raid for this, hashtag Pokemon Go, hashtag Shiny Pokemon, hashtag Shinies of the Week. The new shiny Dondozo. Is that how you say it?
It is, yeah.
And this wasn't just a shiny Dondozo. This was is it Shiny 8? Shiny 8?
Shiny 8,
yes. Yeah, look.
Nice.
It's, that was on
that
was
man
on
Andrew, he knows how to roll RNG.
Got some look, jeez.
One raid and done.
Silver bottle cap when. But yeah, congrats, bro. GG's.
Now, I'm not stealing Andrew's thunder because that is awesome.
I'm not.
I won and done Dondozo. First raid came out yesterday, like 2 hours in. I saw there's one, drove like 2 miles to it, did it, sent a couple of raid invites out. Sue was one of the people that jumped in with me. It's terrible. It's a really bad 2-sub. I got the shiny.
Oh, nice.
First raid.
Oh.
I'm done.
Impressive.
Oh, congrats! Yeah, I did
It's
my
very
first
Not
one.
often. It's not often I'm that person, and I was definitely not putting it on social media because that triggers me so much when people go, "Look, one and done." Like, oh, shut up.
You smug git.
So I thought I'd save it for today.
Why not? It's your own platform.
And now you're the smug git.
Yeah.
And now I'm the smug git.
Absolutely.
However, jumping into the incensed campfire, Gruntacular sent us this message with their shiny of the week, and it says, first ever Shundo.
Oh.
Only been playing since launch, so 9 and a bit years. Laughing emoji. And Gruntacular, I am so sorry.
No. What is it? Come on.
Go on.
Got the Shundo Chansey.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Is it the D-Max one or not?
You can't. Yes, it is the D-Max one.
Oh.
It is the D-Max one.
No,
GG's
that's a
on the
banger.
Shundo, and I'm sure Ken from Load Up will be proud.
Yeah, no, tag at Lured Up. Tag the
Yes,
Lured Up
do it.
podcast with that post
Just like
on X,
Incense
please.
Podcast Centers that told us to do this.
I'm sure they have an email. Send it to them and say, I told Incense first.
Do it. Do
Do
it
it.
now.
And speaking of really good catches, I'm going to jump straight into our Patreon exclusive Discord, into the hashtag Shinies of the Week channel. And we've got silver tier Patreon member Junho here with one hell of an awesome catch. It is a Shinty 8 background D-Max Articuno.
Oh, wow.
And you think that's so nearly
That's
there
just
to
hitting
like
every
ultimate
RNG element.
Got
yeah.
silver bottle cap thing. That's so insane. What a
when
catch.
it comes out, yeah.
Honestly, incredible. Congrats.
Some great shines of the week there, guys. GG's to everybody. And keep them coming in. And definitely keep the WhatsApp shines of the week coming in on +44 759 269 5696.
Nice.
He knows it. He knows
After
it.
all these years, certainly we do. But that is going to total up and conclude episode 238. So if you have enjoyed listening to the show, please drop us a follow on whatever podcast platform you're tuning into us with, because then we'll be automatically downloaded to your podcast platform every Sunday. There's a new episode. We never, ever miss a week. Get on it,
Even
people.
when we say we're going to, we don't.
I don't think we can pull that thing again.
We
The
can't do
stunt
that
didn't
again.
really work. If you did enjoy what you're listening to, you can write us a review or send us a WhatsApp message and get involved with the bits and pieces with the podcast and what we do on socials.
Hey, it's me, Pikachu.
Or send us a Pikachu thing and it might end up on the soundboard. I don't know. But we very much appreciate you all listening. And speaking of people we do appreciate, the good old Patreon members, Bronze and each and every one of you are instrumental in keeping this podcast rocking and rolling and hopefully the correct direction. We really appreciate you taking your support to the next level. So thank you to the Bronze members, and we'll make a special mention of all the... Those silver tier members are KLXVI, Del Hazard X, Spindiana, Laurie Beck, Steve in Norway, CC's Mad, Mac Floof, Saul Halberfield, Lizzie George, Xander Van Driessen, Neonet, Ellen Rushton, James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie Todd, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, Malcolm Grinter, Geordie Castell, The Hot Weasel, Shiny IKEA Mom, Tony of Pride, and Jono. Thank you very much to all of you. Ian's going to spam the soundboard anymore, but it was lovely to have some of you guys in the chat for this recording as well. They sometimes get to jump in on the bits and pieces we do with the live stuff, but a big special thanks to every single one on the tier who get to witness the live chaos and everything that gets cut out of the show.
And tonight there's a lot.
There's a lot that needs to be cut out, including messing around with headphones and everything. But thank you very much to JB, Kerry and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, Mufti, Dean DHL, and Master Laxus. Appreciate every single one of you for making that contribution, because it really does go a long way into the production of this show.
And being our
Gold member
is nothing but epic. But a final thanks to the wonderful admin duo of Sue and Francesco who help us out behind the scenes with all the bits and pieces, the day-to-day running of the show and the podcast. Okay, whatever that sound effect is. We appreciate everything you do, because it really does make a massive amount of difference to everything we have going on here. And thank you to the Topless Ginger, for jumping on tonight.
Don't tell him I'm topless. You're not allowed to do that.
Hey,
You do
guys
realise there's
sign
been
up to
reels
the
put out of tonight's show.
Sign up to the Silver Tier Patreon. You'll get to see Coops' bare shoulders.
Yeah.
A sight that you will never
Actually,
be able
if
to
you are a
unsee.
Silver Tier patron, you've not been able to be here, or even a Gold member that hasn't been able to be here, we're going to put this live YouTube video for Gold and Silver members to view.
Yes.
And salivate over.
Quite rightly so. Absolutely. But, mate, thank you so much for jumping on. It's been awesome.
Thanks for coming back. You made this promise in Paris that you was coming back, and it's great to have you back.
No, gents, thank you so much. And sorry about the headphones issue at the start, but we're here. And listen, not to jinx it, but my Wi-Fi's made it all the way through. But no, I love you all to death.
Those boosters are working.
Yeah, no, I love you all to death, and thank you very much for having me on. Yeah, like you said, we'll do this. When are we doing this? Middle of October, we said, after level 80, didn't we? We said that. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we know what grind we've got ahead of us.
When we see,
What does Marky Boy say? Verbal contract? Yeah, we'll get that one booked in.
Actually, I used to say it, but Mark kind of adopted it.
Yeah.
You know what? Who's counting?
Sorry. Fine. Anyway, you know what I mean.
He likes to jettison in with the last word. But,
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of doing that, I think we've got a final message from him.
I just had to get an exit bit in here, just so the listeners think they've had me at the beginning, maybe in the middle, however you've put this together. So Milo was late with his show notes. I'm not going to say again.
I was late with my show notes,
but
yes.
anyway, yeah, boys, it's been good to sit on this show with you from Slovenia. Never thought I'd be saying that when we started this podcast. But yes, it's been good. The bants have been good. Good to have Coops back. Loved it. Good to have the four of us on a show. Technically, four of us on a show, hey. Who'd have thought that would happen? Well, it did kind of happen with the GBL in Paris. But no, boys, thanks for having me on. Thanks to the listeners for being amazing. And I will be back in the studio next week. Looking forward to talking to you all and seeing the Gold Tier patrons, obviously, in the studio. But thank you. And hopefully you've included this, because if not, I'm just walking around a square in Slovenia outside the International Football Stadium.
It's
talking
still
to myself,
there.
and this will never be
Should've
heard by
moved.
anyone. See you next time, guys.
He's just been walking around in a circle for the last 2 hours.
Jesus. Better move on, Marky. But we'll have you back next week.
Who knows? Coops might still be here.
Absolutely not.
As the ginger sticks around.
Steady up there, Whitfield. I can't let you finish the show without giving you a little bit of bad news.
What?
Next week's Max Monday, boys. It's the returning Pokemon. It's Pidove.
The pigeon's
But
back.
Ian, I've got some even worse news.
What?
Spotlight Hour this coming Tuesday is going to be another bird, and it's Pidgey.
Yes! I love Pidgey.
But you can't do spotlight hours.
No, I can't do spotlight hours. Damn it.
The bonus for this is the evolution bonus, which I never really understand, because if you're evolving loads of stuff, you can never actually play the
You're
hour.
catching.
So it doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, that is the Spotlight Hour. So, Milo, are you going to
Actually,
give us...
there is a little bit of good news there, Coops, because during the Pidgey Spotlight Hour, you actually may get awarded Pidgeot Mega Energy when you catch the Pidgeys during Spotlight Hour.
How thrilling.
Ian, that is not good news. But Milo,
Don't you
do
worry.
you have any good news?
I definitely have some good news.
What?
Well, Raid Hour for September the 3rd. It's Pidgeotto. No. It's the return of Origin Palkia for the first of a 2-week stretch because they didn't take enough of your money on the raid day. On that pigeon shell. Why is it all pigeon focused next week? Anyway, we'll see you once you've completed your transformation into the next season.
Coopsy.
Ciao for now, listeners.
On that news, I'm transforming to my bed. See you later.
Someone mention me?
Someone mention me.
Choose you!